Bill with Bill's Never Ending Projects. If you haven't seen my channel before, I mess with, between lawnmowers, garden tractors, Farmall H's, Farmall M's, Farmall C's, pinball machines, and radios. But it all depends if I have any money for parts. And if I buy something, then it drains me. No money for parts for a while then. I just live on a budget, so, and I'm on a farmette, so I could do some field work, but it is like the 16th of April, but I've got no money to do it. And if I wouldn't have bought this, yeah, I'd have another $1,000 between registering the trailer and gas and some parts I bought to make the electric brakes work. Yeah, I'd have $1,000 or more if I wouldn't have bought this. How much could I get planted for $1,000? Maybe 10 acres or something. Yeah, I probably should have done that, but I still have no barn to put anything in because I bought a place with no barn. Actually had no house and no septic and no machine shed, so at least I got one machine shed, and I don't want to leave this out, and I don't want to leave it tarped, because I don't like tarping stuff, because you can't walk up to it and immediately work on it or use it. So, but yes, I'll get another tarp for this when I pass Menards. The Tractor Supply has some yellow ones, but I don't like those anymore. They work for a while. I like the green ones, I think. But then pretty soon I won't like the green ones and I'll like something else. But there's no perfect tarp that'll last 10 years. I mean, canvas. But I've learned a few things since I've unloaded this. I guess I'll show those to you now. So it's a 39H, and that's why I bought it, because it has the seat that came with it in 1939. I've got another 39H, but it didn't have the seat, so that's why I bought it. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this tractor. Right away, before I even bought it, I seen that the oil pan had the newer style pitcocks on it. So I thought somebody changed the oil pan. But what it turned out to be was somebody changed the engine. I'm pretty sure now that somebody changed the engine. So I got this stuff written down in the house. I'm gonna go in there pretty shortly, but because it's hard to read all this stuff, and I'm out here in where you can't tell what's even coming in on the camera. But so yeah, I believe this. I'm sure it's a different motor, and that is the way they do that. Well, I think it came with a valve up here, and there isn't one, so they put one here. These all fuels, and then it's supposed to go in here through the sediment bulb. So then you would run it on gas and shut the gas off, and turn on kerosene or distillate, and then there's a hole on the backside to where it would go, but they obviously bypassed this, so now there's no sediment bowl, so I'll have to deal with that. I didn't know what this pipe setup was, these pipe fittings. Finally I figured out you pull this off, and then it's just got a tapered, I can't get it off right now, but it's just a hose. It's over a tapered fitting, like when you milk a cow and you put the hose over the vacuum tapered thing with a milk machine. I guess this is to, I thought you had to have pressure fitting hoses, so I don't know why they would have that, but so these would be for the pressure fitting ones. One on this side, two on the other side, that's normal, but he put one here, so I don't get it. Oh, and there's one on the back side too, back there. So what he was going to accomplish there, I don't know, but the wiring looks so nice. Look at that, it's not even broken off there. So, doesn't need to be rewired. And the gas tank is really clean down inside. I don't think you'd see it if I put the camera in there. The starter has that bolt system thing. You hit it with your toe and it pushes that in. So, when I was trying to get the number off the floor, I had to wire brush it, so then I decided to put some paint down on this. This isn't the paint with hardener in it, like when you paint a tractor, you add hardener, so it's just a spray can. It's probably have to be repainted with paint with hardener in it, but I got sick of looking at the rust. Is not the painted on stencil, or however they did it in 39. This is a sticker. It's been repainted.
I think it's been repainted.
That's when somebody would have put all these decals.
I think it's been repainted twice.
These decals like this one on the gas tank. And looks like there was one here. Decal. Go way down under the amp gauge by the starter.
Starter button.
That said open. That must have been for the shutters. They're all stripped off here. And this is not the 1939 gauge. I'm not sure if this post is 1939. If this post is. The decal there. There might have been one here. They put the gear shift pattern up there. So, definitely been repainted. And some stuff's been changed. I like the seat cover, but if only the seam wasn't ripped. And I'm sure these are aftermarket vendors. Says this bracket is for a heater housing above the throttle. Seems to be the original throttle. They welded something here, probably for a grease gun. It looks to have decent gauges in it. This bracket, I believe, is different for the 39. Maybe the 40 or something, I don't know. I don't know if this is a 39 Real-Light. But the seat definitely is. I'm going to have to pull this pan off it and replace the, maybe I can unbend this and then copy it, you know, trace it out and then cut a new piece and then see if I could bend that one to look just like this one. And if that didn't work, then I could just cut along here and put some new pieces on the bottom. It's the same on the other side, and up here it's cracked off. Sure, this is a newer cover. Oh, there was a decal there, I believe. I'll show you in the parts book. This is the way they show one way you could buy the drawbar in 39. But they also, I think, sell the one that bolts underneath. So I would say that this tractor probably never had that straight drawbar that goes underneath, because look at how hard it's pulled on this. And the tires were out this far. I had to put the other one in to haul it. And that's what I'm going to do this morning. I'm going to put that one back out. And it's going to rain around noon and again tonight around 6. So I got at least a piece of rubber and a floor mat to put over the motor. I want to get the tarp at Menards, but it's an hour away. This certainly don't move. The 39H, they cut that bolt right off. So even if I took this seat and I took it completely apart and bought a channel like this, drilled all these holes in here, and maybe bought one of these pieces off eBay or something, or maybe it's possible to even make one of these, and bought the spring, and if I wanted to make one of these seats so I'd have an original in my other one, this top part of the seat's probably similar to the other rounded frame one. I'm not sure about that. I got one in the shed. I could go get it if I wanted to. ETO is one of the short ones. Down in there, it's flush. Nothing sticks out. Well, sticks out half inch or an inch. Nah, 3/4 or half. This came with cast, not cast wheels, and it came with steel wheels, and they didn't want to do all that welding of the spokes to just weld them to a rim, so they bought the cast from an international parts department, and then when they put the date code, they don't put the year. It has the month, has the day, it just doesn't have the year. There's one right there. There's no year. Just has that rivet thing on each side. So it says 11/28. Nothing. Likely came with steel wheels and they didn't want to weld the spokes or the flat iron things. And they bought these casts so they could just bolt them right on. This side and the other side is 1 day apart. Had the hood off, the alternator looked new. New front tires, new tubes, and new rims on both sides.
I meant generator.
Can't beat that. And it has, I don't know if this is the one that came in 39, but it has that. And the hood, I don't know if somebody made these, or if those are, because they did have some you could turn out with a screwdriver, and I haven't turned one out yet. But for all I know, somebody took a bolt and just die grinded a groove out of the middle. I don't know. A nice clevis somebody unbent and got it to line up right with the bolts. For the, I think when they shipped them on a train, flat car, they put the piece of metal here to tie them down. There's a lot of people take those off. This thing is stuck. It's froze right down inside there. I put some penetrating around it, but it's froze. Carburetor sure rusted on the outside. But it's got this new aftermarket manifold on it. It doesn't have the heat guard on it. There's the 7601. Can come with any header pipe, but the threads are good because that's a aftermarket. So I can just buy a header pipe off the internet and put it in there. Of course, then I got no muffler either. Yeah, I got a feeling that he's got a 12 volt in here. Even, I'm sure it's bad. This tractor sat 10 years. Then they couldn't get it started, but they said it ran when they first got it. Somebody died, and the kid got the tractor, and then he traded it for another one from the guy I got it from. And he wishes he would have kept the other one, but he was just trying to help the kid out. So, the engine must have been changed from that guy's father. because the guy I bought it from didn't know nothing about it. Here's the way the choke is. The gas tanks, there's something different about them. Some way they bolt down or something that's different up to about a little bit in the 1940. I don't know what it is. Looks the same to me. That's what the part book says. Oh, they cut these holes in the hood for this at least up until 1943. But this tank, the tank has a different part number somewhere in 1940, I think. So the 39 and 40 would be this one. I would think they probably look almost identical, but there's some little thing they change on. And then it lists one for another couple of years. That's why I say I think they quit cutting this hole after 43. I might be wrong on that. But the hood louvers, vent things are unhooked. There's no handle up in it. They have that square plate anyway. I think it would have went through here. But there's the way the choke is. I like it like this. This is nice. And this is where you turn on the pulley. I don't see anything wrong with it this way. The choke works real well. And I know the other kind always catch. Here's this clamp on the steering post. I don't really know what would have went through there. Clamps look like on the steering post. My thought is probably they didn't just probably put the amp meter on. Possibly they took a whole post from a 41 or something and stuck it on. I don't know. I could go see what the clamps look like on the H that's behind me. This is a 45H, so let me put this on pause till I can lift the tarp up. Let's see. Yeah, that one just has those clamps coming around like that. I don't think a 39 had them like that. This has these indents here. There's a hole drilled there. I don't know. He's got this brake, this fancy brake thing on this one. Well, it's mine now, so I got it. There's this lever here to shift some more gears. So I guess I got a 9-speed. But let me go see if those dents are in that other one. There's some knob thing sticking out there. For what reason, I don't know. And this one has this little U-shaped thing. But this is a 45. I thought that one had a 12 volt in it because look at the size of the cables on this. And this one does have a 12 volt, but I imagine it did have a 6 volt and somebody had these really thick cables on it. Here's why they have the cutaway. There's a bolt in the middle of it, but the other one just has the cutaway. And there's no hole here. And yeah, it does have those dimples going in there. But this has the straight thing for the brake. Let's see how much use it's got. It's got some use, but they're not very wear down. What that is, I don't know. One's not very wear down either, so I don't think this tractor's got a lot of use. Somebody's kept it as a souvenir from the 39 in a shed, I'll bet, for a lot of years. I'm going to show you what I found out about when these were built from the Farmall Works records. And I got to get out here and move this one out. Well, that one. I'll show you this thing here in the parts book. I'm also missing the belt, but it does have. I don't remember seeing a voltage regulator on top, but it does have a generator on there. It's either 167 or 187. There's that piece called number 33?
It's 23.
I see it. Like I say, the pan could be the same as one of these. Not sure. I bet you this book would tell me. Guy could probably make most of this stuff. I don't think that one. And just buy a spring. The fact that they cut off my bolt with a torch. Number 17. Support bracket stud. 7/8. On 33. I still haven't found it. This page ends on 10. This page ends on 23. This page ends on 30. Well, where is it then?
It's 23, you dummy.
Starts a different thing. I'm pretty sure that says 30. Okay, I'm going to think it says 23 then. Okay, 22.
Yeah.
22. 23. Drawbar extension. Didn't say anything about replacing a drawbar with it. Drawbar extension. If they sold this, which is, oh come on, it's also 23. That's the bolt. There it is. 18 or 16 or something. So either 18 or 16. Let's see what they call that. So it must have been 16. Swinging drawbar. Roller shaft.
That's a washer. Says washer.
Doesn't say the length.
It's number 18.
What was 18? Another one. 1 inch thick. The other one is,
It's a washer.
well, it's whatever it says there. This is the book I took that information out of. And 3. 10 by 12 tarp. I think that's what it says. 10 by 12 tarp that I can get from Menards for $52.50. It works. That'll do. Then I'll buy some rope and put the rope. I'll cut some foot or 2 pieces of rope and put them through those things. Okay. The police said it was at November 11th. I is always going to mean 1939. So the pulley is November 2nd, 1939. The rear casting center wheels are 1127 and the other are 1128, but no year. The engine has that number on it for serial number, and it's dated November 18th. Despite the wrong year, it's still got a November date, so that's kind of funny, but it's going to be a 1940 engine. The bell housing says 1127. The vertical front between the tires, the casting says November 16th, 39. The driver's side axle trumpet says 1128, 39, and the passenger side axle trumpet says 1122. So this is a November tractor, and November tractor with a November engine, but it's got the J date, not the I. It's got the J date, so it's a 1940 engine. See, that's the birthday of the engine, November 18th, but it's J. It's supposed to be I. So if somebody put a 1940 engine in there, I don't know what's going on. But that's what I think. I is 39, J is 40, K is 41, and L is 42. Okay, the one I bought from Dodge Center, Minnesota, in 2021 is older. It's 6877. it's not filming my TV very good, but 6877, and the one I bought from Montford, Wisconsin is 7601, and I figured out that between these days, these were built 6 days apart, right here. This is the 1939, so we come down to November, and it starts on 4916 and ends on 7618. So it's easy to figure out my my older one. It was built on the 30th of November because it was last day. Estimated they built 123 Farmall H's a day, each weekday, and I don't think they worked on Saturday and Sunday. They could have worked 2 or 3 shifts, but I don't think they worked on Saturday or Sunday, but they could have. If they just worked weekdays, they would have built about 123 a day out of the 22 days they worked in that month of November. And so my H's were built 724 numbers apart, or 5 work days or 6 regular days. 5 work days or 6 regular days apart. So one was built on, the older one that I got in Minnesota was built on November 24th, 1939. And the other one I got was built on the next Thursday, November 30th. November 30th, 1939. On a Thursday. I only built these for a half a year, so mine are.
They're not.
And then after the 7,000, they would have finished off in December to get up to 10,000.
They're not like cars. They don't start in September.
Get up to 10,000.
They go.
In Minnesota was the 1,961 built in November, and then my other one came 724 tractors after that. And so, like I say, they were just built 5 days apart. So I got 2 November 1939 H's.
Late November.
For whatever that's worth. Probably not much, but it's kind of nice to know. I did some math to figure it out, so. All right.
Well, thanks for watching, guys.